Welcome to the Harvesting Wisdom podcast. Together we explore the vast landscapes of life, delving into the rich soil of experiences, sowing the seeds of curiosity, and harvesting the profound wisdom that each episode unfolds. Welcome to another episode of Harvesting Wisdom podcast. I'm your host, Mike McMahon. Today with me in Kyrgyz Republic, I am with Adybek Asanaliev.
Yes. Right.
Close.
Yes.
Doctor in the agriculture school here at the university.
Yes.
So I appreciate you being here today. Thank you for being on our podcast. And the first thing I'm going to do is ask you a little about your personal story. Where did you come from? How did you grow up? And why get into agriculture? And so tell me a little about yourself.
So thank you very much for coming here to agronomic faculty of Kyrgyz National Agrarian University. So our faculty was founded in 1938.
Okay.
Yes, and a long time existing here. And we are graduating here agronomist on phytosanitary service and in general agronomist here.
Okay.
Yes. So we have another faculties dedicated to agriculture. It is agricultural economy and agricultural mechanization, veterinary medicine.
A lot of different subspecialties.
Yes, hydromelioration and hydromelioration and the agricultural channel building system. Yes, for the irrigation.
So when you started, you had abroad, you studied everything, which is very important to know all the components.
So our university was founded in 1933. Yes, it's the oldest one university in our country. Yes.
And what brought you to doing this? What part did you grow up here in this country, or?
Yes, I was born in 1961 in Isikul region. Isikul, do you hear Isikul Lake?
Yes.
It is very famous place.
Yeah. We're going there tomorrow, actually.
Oh, okay, very touristic area there.
It's also a good farming area, right?
Yes, good farming area. And apple production very strong there.
Lots of orchards.
There's orchards, and then cereals is there.
Okay.
Cereals.
Walnut trees, are they?
Walnut trees, some, but apple is main. Apple and apricot is main crops there.
All right.
Yes, and historical time we cultivate the Papavia somniferum. It is more, it is narcotic plant. You see, Papavia somniferum. It is opium.
Here.
Yeah. Yes, it's opium. In Soviet time till 1974.
Really?
Yes, even I participate in field works to weeding control.
Wow. That's the original paper that humans used to write on, right?
Yes.
Papyrus.
It was very profitable crop also.
Oh.
Now, yes. But after the 1974, it is prohibited.
It takes a lot of water, right? It's grown was grown up in the Nile in Egypt area, and that's of
Turkey also.
And Turkey, yeah.
Of course, Afghanistan.
Exactly, yeah. So those areas were had the best crop too, and there was the biggest yield on papyrus. But so that was an interesting. But so you grew up in that area. Were your families? Do you have a tradition, a nomadic?
Yes, our family, traditional Kyrgyz family, my father and mother, they used to work for kolkhoz. colchose farm. It's
Okay.
big farm, yes. It was a livestock farm.
Okay.
And about 65,000 sheep breeding there.
So
That time.
we still do that in the United States. We call them CAFOs.
Yeah.
Those are the big industrial farming operations for animal and livestock. So that was under the Soviets.
Yeah.
And that's industrial agriculture at its best. And most of the people, that are our generation grew up with industrial agriculture, the idea of using chemicals and for fertilizer and for pesticides. And that's how we studied. We studied chemistry and biology, and it worked for a long time, right? It fed the world for a long time. But now we're starting to see unintended consequences, I would have to say.
In the Soviet time, in collective farms, used very big amount of mineral fertilizers and pesticides, of course.
Of course.
And after the breaking of USSR, we have some problems with utilization with pesticide also.
And
It is all pesticides.
so you had a lot of runoff and a lot of contamination.
Yes. And we have in north part of Kyrgyzstan, we have 2 or 3 places where till this time storage very dangerous pesticides there. And the FAO and the Minister of Agriculture, our country, making some activity to utilize these old chemicals. Yes, now in south part also. Some FAO projects and some government projects also involved to transform this dangerous insecticides.
So now it's a remediation effort.
Yes, remediation.
And what's interesting, in the last 30 years, you've gone back more to the roots of national agriculture or regional agriculture, which was a little more nomadic with the movement of livestock. I think at some point in time that was in balance because the carrying capacity of the land was okay for that. But you got a big population now, so now we got the problem of feeding people and trying to keep the environment in balance.
So even Soviet time, we have some erosion problems on pasture, and even in arable area also. So now, in a pasture around the villages, we have about 75% of erosion degradation, and we have some far from village pastures, and the level of erosion low over there. And this pastures using just summertime, but about around the villages using whole season. In this case, this pastures very used.
Utilize
Yes,
part of it.
utilize degraded pastures.
And they also were pumping irrigation out of, what was it, the Ussel Sea? What's the, where the...
we have, in Soviet time, we have big areas by pumping irrigation. But after the breaking of USA, electricity cost is going up, and in this case, little amount of farmers using pump to irrigate. But now, some farmers going to effective irrigation methods. I mean, drip irrigation and the other type of irrigation.
Right, to drip, which started with the Israelis, I guess.
But traditional irrigation used by ground channels,
Mhm.
it is very dangerous to erosion of
Canal,
yes,
using
canals.
using the flood irrigation.
Yes, yes.
So we're seeing that in California and Arizona as we're running out of water. And then we have drought. We've gone to a drip. It's a temporary Band-Aid on what the overall problem. And the problem that we're having is soil health. Not enough carbon, not enough microbial action.
Yes.
Not enough land management where we're rotating in crops, maybe legumes or,
Yes.
the takers versus the givers.
So now farmers using crop rotation, and they're using by perennial crops. I mean alfalfa, and the aspartate. Aspartate mean it is Onovex vitiafolia. How to say on American, I don't know, but aspartate is there. Something here. Yes, aspartate also perennial crops. It is synthesizing nitrogen in reservoir area.
Right.
Yes, it's good for the take up fertility of soil.
Yes.
We have two kind of perennial crops, legume crops, alfalfa and the aspartate, mean Onobrix vitiafolia on Latin.
Okay, that's another hay crop.
Yes, hay crop just for mountain area.
Okay,
So lucerne we can cultivate in plateau area, yes, in foothills,
right.
but aspartate should cultivate in mountain area.
So we're seeing a reduction now, and it's a great crop, alfalfa.
Yes.
But we're seeing, and it's good for cattle.
Yes.
But we're seeing a reduction of the use of this in Arizona because it takes 8 acre-feet of water a year, and we don't have enough water to do that. So it's starting to be replaced. Are you seeing any industrial hemp being planted?
So according to scientist results, yes, evidence-based, perennial crops should occupy 22 or 25% of crop rotation system.
Yeah, that's a better method.
Yes, and now livestock production grow up also, and the lucerne and the aspartate is hay making crops.
Right.
And one briquette of hay now 500 soms.
Okay.
Its rate of dollars is 68 som per dollars.
Okay.
For our livestock producers, it's very high price.
Good for them.
Yes.
Now, in the States, our price plummeted.
Yes.
So we're seeing farmers who've been farming alfalfa since 1950 going out of business this year.
Yes, and it is easy to cultivate alfalfa because 3 or 4 years growing on the field. No, add some cost and
Technically 5 years, but you get a good 3 years of
3 years of coin. Okay, yes.
So are you using center pivots with spray for this? Or are you using flood? Or it's not really a drip crop. How do you water it?
So alfalfa, you know, alfalfa it's drought resistant crop. Yes, and for one season, farmers should irrigate 4 times. After the cutting, should irrigate, and in a tree valley, we harvesting 4 times.
Okay.
Yes, and it is a profitable crop.
And it's good in rotation. You can put something else in afterward.
Yes,
But
it's
so you started, you lived in that area. So you were in the Soviet era, so you didn't do a lot of farming, or did your family do farming, like a garden, or did you have any of your own livestock at all at that time?
So that time, main livestock producers was colchoz and sovkhoz, yes?
Right.
But same time, every family can manage about 10 sheep,
Right.
and 2 or 3 calves, and 1 or 2 horses.
And how many hectare?
How many hectares?
10 hectares.
Soviet time? In Soviet time?
Well, yeah, because you're moving them, right?
Yeah.
If you're-
In Soviet time, we have not private lands, but we have some farmers' plots about 0.15 hectares.
Okay.
Yes, it was enough for the support farmer for family food security.
Sure, sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was good. But now, lands are privatized, and square of farmers' land from 1 hectares, generally, from 1 hectares to 10 hectares. But we have big farmers who are bought from other poor farmers.
Okay.
Their lands.
Okay.
And they be like latifundis.
There's something about everything gets bigger, right? It always gets in a commercial commodity.
Yes.
It makes more sense a lot of times to have scale until it doesn't. Until people get squeezed out. But
And now we, for lands, big tax is not big for land in our country.
yeah,
But other inputs to maintaining of lands, very costable. For example, fertilizers, diesel, benzene, and the rent of machines, have very big price.
yeah, it's a lot of capital
Yes.
to do to the big farming. So you've got a nice mix, I think, here of small farms and commercial farms right now. But every place on the planet has constraints. Let's talk about what crops, because that's kind of your specialty, right? Is that you'll work with one crop at a time. So in your career, what were the big crops? You had mentioned beets, and now you're in potatoes. But what else? What other crops that you work?
So personally, I along the 10 years I cultivate corn. Say corn. For the to have some profits, yes, you should get yield more than 10 tons per hectare.
Right.
Yes. If you get 8, it is covering just cost.
Right.
Yes.
7 and you're in trouble.
Yes. And if you cultivating, for example, kidney bean, for example, in Talas, yes, Talas we have a big amount of lands for cultivation kidney bean, and many farmers cultivating kidney bean, and the price is from 80 som per kilo to 120 som per kilogram.
Okay.
It is profitable price,
Right.
and some Turkish companies came here and they exporting to Turkey.
Okay.
I heard that the Turkey army feeding by
kidney
bean. Yes.
For you.
Yes.
Interesting. So have you seen in your career corn, which is more of a taker,
Yes.
requires much more fertility, and it's a little harsher on the land and the fertility. So you have to rotate something in between, maybe this. But have you seen the corn crop reduction or cotton? Is that something? Because these are both plants that take from the soil, right?
So corn is very resistantly to monoculture. Yes,
Yes.
monocropping. Yes, monocropping. And in this case, most of farmers cultivating on one field 2 or 3 years alone. But other farmers, it is combining with alfalfa. For after the alfalfa, they cultivating winter wheat. After the winter wheat, sugar beet, and then coming corn.
Okay.
After corn, spring barley
Okay.
or spring wheat.
So you have some cover crop. You have
Yes, because
you have crops that give back to the soil.
yes, yes.
Crops that then the corn, of course, takes away. We in Africa we started something that the indigenous people in the United States that call Native Americans or Indians, and they had a system of the three sisters where they were growing corn and then they grew a legume, a bean up it, and then they'd grow pumpkin. So they'd have a triple yield. Of course, not good for machinery, but good if you're manually harvesting. And what we've noticed in the drought that in the pads that we've worked on, the corn is surviving, whereas and they call it's maize over there. It's not the corn that you eat, say, but we've noticed that working. So it's a matter of crop selection. So that brings me to a question for you. Okay, so you worked on beets, you worked on
Corn,
potato,
potato, yes.
and that's basically. I'm sure you worked on other plants as well, but those are your big ones.
So in the Isikul region and the Kemin region and the Narun, it is a mountain area. Main of mostly of amount of farmers cultivating potato.
Okay.
So Kyrgyzstan is one of strong exporters for potato. We are exporting to Kazakhstan, to Uzbekistan, and to Tajikistan. And the production of potato for capita is about 150 kilo per man in family. So, and the quality of potato is good also.
Okay.
But one problem, many of varieties coming from Holland, Germany, and Russia. We have just one variety, Poland. Yes, Poland.
And these other varieties are giving a better yield, but maybe not as stable.
Yes, we can use along the 5 years Poland seeds. Yes, after the buying from seed one.
So if we talk about some of these crops, I know in Europe there are no GMOs.
No, yes.
But in the United States, it's becoming more. And the majority of the industrialized world use a BT corn. They use most soy now worldwide, and even sugar beets worldwide are GMOs.
Yes.
Are you involved with any kind of genetic testing on your own, or are you doing more hybrid or haploid induction? Do you use that or CRISPR?
Okay. According to law of seed production, we have law about seed. We have some articles we have. GMO varieties we can use just for research paper.
Okay.
For if research is give for us some data that it is not dangerous, Ministry of Agriculture can include it to register of crops and of varieties. Yes. And we have one laboratory It is under the Ministry of Health, and they doing some PCR analysis there, and the SSR analysis there, and the custom service. If came some examples of foreign seeds, they should inform this laboratory. And the business
certified.
Yeah, yes, businessmen should bring some examples to this for this laboratory.
Okay.
But it is not works every time.
Yes.
We have some examples to influence to agricultural areas, some GMOs, but we haven't. We have not data. It is GMO. It's not.
Right.
We have, yes.
Yeah. And it's
But
the jury
now-
is out, right? The
Yes.
jury is out. That could be part of our solution to climate problems, but it also could be technically dangerous to human life. The only issue I wonder about is what it does to biodiversity, because once you start growing a crop that has a better yield, better resistance from pests.
Pest resistant.
Same thing with your weed pressure. It's if you got that crop, farmers are going to want to use it, make more money off of it. But over a period of time, all seed becomes part of Mother Nature, and there's usually a problem. The question is will we have that biodiversity to come in and replace that, in 10 or 20 years? Is there a seed bank in Kyrgyzstan at all, or in Central Asia that
Yes.
is keeping track of any of that?
Yes, we already have examples of loss of farmers' variety. Even historical time came in. But in Soviet time, we lost many farmers' variety here. For example, wheat, spring wheat, winter wheat, barley, and of course alfalfa. But seeds of these lost varieties stored in St. Petersburg.
Oh,
We have
so that's where all the
there.
seed is, right?
Yes, our seeds there. But now Crop Research Institute also have some small bank of seeds.
Mm-hmm.
And the seed inspection also have some small amount of seed bank. And how many they have storage? They have storage, I don't know, but they have.
Yeah.
And also Ministry of Agriculture preparing some seeds, some seed banks to storage them in Sweden.
Okay. Yeah, Sweden.
You know,
Yeah, that's where most of the seed, I guess,
and
worldwide is.
3 our students already graduated there, 2 of them for PhD and 1 for master. And in Swedish SLU, you know SLU? Swedish Agricultural Science University.
Right.
Yes, and the 3 our young people graduated there.
Yeah.
And it would
The seed bank is critical, plus universities as well, because you can share information worldwide. And I think that's the beautiful part of the university system across the world is it's not really political. And technically, university people are not supposed to be part of the commerce. They're
Yes.
there strictly for the research.
Right.
And so it's an important thing.
Thank you for joining the Harvesting Wisdom podcast. Click subscribe and like for ongoing insightful conversations. Explore our webpage for show notes and additional resources. Visit our guests' webpage for deeper insights. Your engagement is the foundation of our journey, and until next time, keep pursuing wisdom.